Hey guys, I am here in Lykens Glen, Pennsylvania, and I was supposed to be taking a trail called the Rattling Creek Trail, and I got here and that where AllTrails leads you, it says no trail parking, and that you're supposed to go up the road to some place called Lykens Ladder. I drove up the road. I couldn't find anything saying that, so I parked over here on this pull-off, and I'm right by Lykens Reservoir, so I see that over there, and I see a way on the map to get to Rattling Creek Run, so I'm going to try to follow that. But first, let's look at some of the things around here. This is kind of a really cool place. I think it's going to be worth the hour and something drive that I made up here. I just hope I get to see it all. So here's where I pulled off, and beautiful, beautiful woods. I mean, just beautiful. And right here already is water flowing, beautiful. Walking across moss. It says Lykens Borough Authority watershed. You can't camp, swim, or have fires here, or hunt. But check this out. Oh my gosh, I totally didn't know what to expect, as usual for me, what I would see on this trail, but look at this. And this isn't even the trail yet, so let me get down here and get a better shot. It goes across underneath the road, and I believe as I cross the road that way, right to the left here is the dam and the reservoir, so we'll go over there too. But let's get down here first. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I mean, wow. You just have to be here. It is an amazing little fall. There's 2 levels to it, but it's coming down really, really good and fast. And through all these stones, and then right here it sort of slows down and goes under this bridge here, which I'm going to walk out on this little ledge, because when I go across the road, that's where the trail starts, where it leads to Rattling Creek Run. And this is Rattling Creek Run right here. It is just part of it. It goes all the way over into the reservoir. It comes out to this big, beautiful space here. And look at this wall for the bridge. It's all stone and mortar. And you can go out to the ledge here. I don't want to get my feet in the water if I don't have to. But there is the reservoir right up that way. And we're going to walk down the road to it. I believe I'm going to find out how to get over there. There looks to be a trail right up in the woods there, so very cool. Just look at this forest here. I mean, wow. I'm so excited. That again. There was a big motorcycle pack that came by doing flips and everything in the road. I don't get people. Anyway, this is the reservoir and the dam. I'm not even sure at this point if that was Rattling Creek Run back there or not. I believe it to be, but I gotta find the trail because it doesn't kind of make sense to me on the map there. But this is still beautiful. I wanted to come down and see this. There was a little duck out there swimming around in the reservoir. They're kind of cool. Okay, apparently this is a trail. I just now saw the blaze. It's a continuation of that trail over there that I was just sort of walking down. Now this looks a little bit more rugged, so I hope it's worth it. Kind of would just like to stay along this creek here. That's what I came here for. Oh well. Okay, you come way up. So it was kind of a rough trail. But there are orange blazes to follow. And now I'm at the top of this little thing. I'm gonna follow this around. You can see below us the road I came in on and I parked next to, and through the trees there again is the reservoir and dam. I'm hoping what I am following here doesn't take me too far away. Oh my goodness, this looks like a pretty rugged trail. And the odd thing is, Rattling Creek is down there. The reservoir is over there to my right. And this is a trail that's supposed to go to the Rattling Creek Trail. But it is really an interesting trail. It doesn't look like it gets a lot of hikers on it, but it's beautiful. The woods are beautiful. I don't know if this will pick it up, but there are some pretty cool rock formations back through there. Don't look like much from here, but you can see that there's a lot to them. I don't know. Go here. Oh my gosh. You stupid levee. Yeah, it's almost like a wall. It goes all the way back that way. Let me just walk a little bit along them and see what I can find. And this is underneath of one of them, like the second one in, and it goes over this way a little bit more. And it looks like other people have gone around this way. I'm not sure how far or for what. As you can see up there, try to get the sun out. This thing keeps going for a little bit. Not like a mile or anything, but a good ways. You can't get anything because the sun's shining through the rock. There you go. So lots of crevices and nooks and crannies. Looks like there's a couple of cave-like features in it. But I want to get back up to the trail and follow that for a little bit and see where it takes me. I had to get out started later in the day as usual, because I had an appointment, of course, right in the middle of the day. Seems like nobody can make appointments at a reasonable hour. Maybe that's just me, but if I have a day off, they want to make it in the middle of that day. If I don't have the day off, they want me to come in the morning when I'm sleeping. So, all right, let me get back. Okay, I got back in my car, drove back down the road that I came in on because I saw a parking lot that was kind of right across the road from the place that AllTrails takes you to, that you can't park for the trail. And I hear people here, probably down the hill over under this bridge. But anyway, this trail here in front of me, which I'll show you in a second, actually walks right along Rattling Creek Run. So I'm going to let you see that, and it's called East Branch Road. So we'll follow that. You can kind of see it over there is the bridge, and there's a sharp drop off right here. I'm assuming they got in, the people that are over there, maybe they're fishing. They must have come in under the bridge, but we're going to start following down this trail and see what we can see, okay? All right. So down there is Rattling Creek Run, in between the foliage. And I don't know how else to see it other than to go down in the brush here. But look at this. It's a beautiful, beautiful creek. It sort of turns away from the creek here. You can still hear the creek to my right, and this trail follows right alongside of it, but I'm just not sure how many little paths there are to get down to see it. It would seem to me that they would have called this Rattling Creek Trail, but Rattling Creek Trail in fact, is across the road and up in the mountain over there, pretty far from Rattle Creek itself. So that's an interesting thing. There's some little paths through the woods. I'm going to try to get through a few of them to see if I can get any better views of this water. Here we go. This is an actual path and not a bushwhack. And this does go down to the creek. So let's have at it. It really looks like a beautiful creek. I mean, this whole area up here, this looks gorgeous. Up there is the road. You'll see a car come by on it here in a minute. Or hear one. Up off to the sides of this trail, there's all kinds of rock formations and boulders, and quite a few of them have little caves. Can't really even see how far this one goes back. It's pretty good ways, I would imagine. But I have no desire to get poison ivy today, so I gotta be really careful. I just thought it was a nice walk along a creek. That's kind of what I thought when I came out to it. There's a jumbled mess I just came out of. And there's more right up there. So just keep walking. Just keep on walking. And check this out. Holy mammoth rock. This is definitely a place to go explore, romping around in. It's way up there. No literal path, I don't believe. Well, there might be a little path to it. Kind of looks like there is, sort of, right there. But it is really a lot of bushwhacking as well. But that is giant rock. And there's one off to the side over there. You probably can't see it, but it's a lot of rock. You just keep going this way. Here's a little cave right down by the trail side. See if we can see in there. Oh, you can see the other side. It's just a rock. And just if you see just a little bit of light coming through back there is the other side. Pretty cool though. Make a nice animal den. And you can see there's just opening after opening up through here. And right behind that, on the other side, look, there's a rope. People must go out and play in the water here. Looks like a nice place to play. This is a nice area to come down to. It is kind of cleared out. I can't imagine, though, it doesn't look that deep. I don't know if I'd swing out and jump off of that. Some kind of a big rock in the middle of it. In fact, a lot of rocks jutting out here into the creek. Just lots of little cascades. Very soothing waters. And look at the forest again. So pretty. Can't get enough of this. So if you look down between the trees there, that's the creek, and there's a little offshoot of it here. And this is what at some places separates the creek from the trail. So you can't go down unless you want to go through that water there. It looks like there is a little path, teeny weeny little path, short one on the other side there. So there's got to be another path through the woods here. Maybe it's just a homemade path, but definitely not on AllTrails. So it is quite buggy here. I had to put my sunglasses back on. I don't really need them, but not for the sun, but I do need them for the bugs. I just brought my hydration pack along because, like I said, it looked like a fairly simple trail, but The one on the other side, that Rattle Creek Trail, it goes away from Rattle Creek, and it's up through those really rugged rocks and mountainous type areas. I just wasn't into that right now. This is just supposed to be a short little jaunt, and what we're doing right now on this trail is going towards the reservoir that we saw earlier, and we'll be on a different side of it. Sorry, that got cut off. This is just another of the spots along the way that you have to kind of bushwhack down to see. There's just some beautiful cascades off the beaten path, and I want to capture as many of them as I can. You never know till you go explore, you know? Man, that looks like a really sweet spot over there. But check this out. This is what we would have to do to get there. It's straight down. There's a waterway that runs through here. Maybe not too bad if you had a rope or something tying you in the tree, and then go through all those rocks to get over there. Maybe some other time, folks. But man, this is so pretty. I'm so glad I came out here. There's got to be a way down through this little ravine, because they would be amazing video footage. Just all the little cascades are so beautiful. Up here on the hill, there's some more of those beautiful rock formations. There's one there that doesn't look to be very big, has a ledge maybe. But up there, there's another mammoth rock formation, good for climbing and good for exploring, I'm sure. Getting to a flat spot up here. Some of these flat spots along the side here look like good camping spots, but maybe people used to camp here and now you're not allowed to. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but it's very pretty back here. There's some more rocks. I'm big into rocks, if you can't tell. But also just as big, if not more, into the water features. Boy, you can hear something as you're approaching the reservoir. It's really loud. Wow. Almost there. There's a duck sitting on top of the dam. Holy crap. Oh no. Okay, it's sitting on the concrete. And there is the dam from the other side. I don't know. Let me roll my pants down. Maybe. It looks like some people have made some trails through here, so I'll try to follow. Alright, here we are. Made it through that little patch of brush. It wasn't too bad. Sand all over the ground here. But look at that! Pretty cool. And you can see the metal working down there. It looks pretty old. Check it out. Water coming out over there. And up there is another part of the dam. Not sure how close we'll get to that on the trail up here. We'll see. It's all new to me. Oh, look, I didn't even have to go through the brush. There's an actual path here. Duh. I'm always so impatient. I gotta learn to be more patient. So I just had to show you this part. Look at these trees. Oh my god. They're so tall and they make the woods so nice and dark. I love it. Yep, we are going to get close to these things, so that's cool. I love surprise trails. Sometimes they can be a little frustrating. Like today, I totally expected to be doing what is dubbed the Rattling Creek Trail, but it doesn't go anywhere. It goes up a mountain and over away from Rattling Creek. Let's see if we can get down here closer. Okay, I admit it. I like bushwhacking, walking through lots of weeds and stuff. I could have taken the easy way, but I didn't. Here we are at an edge. And I know we can't walk on the dam. There's up the dam, down the dam, free fall in the water. So there's all kinds of these on the trees down along this trail. Apparently it's a public water facility. Well, we all knew that. But, you know, they're everywhere on the trees. I guess they're watching for people that will tamper with public water utilities or whatever. Not sure where this part of the trail goes. It's past the reservoir. Not sure where I'm going to go until I get up here. There's a place called Reservoir Run, it says on that pole. I'm going to check my AllTrails map and see which way I want to go. I gotta make it back out though by dark, and it's an hour home. But all of this just looks so enticing, so tempting. We'll see. Looks like a little boat launch here. The tree over there. It's gonna go in the water soon. But these things are tall. Oh, this is so gorgeous back through here. Oh my gosh. I mean, this trail, it just goes on and on and on. All these beautiful little cascades, and look at this. You get to climb over all these cool rocks. I can't believe I haven't heard more about this trail. It starts out, just to reiterate, on the East Branch Road, and then it will take you out to the reservoir, and then you keep going past that. Now up here somewhere, very close, the map says there is a little crossover somehow to Rugged Trail. So this was still East Branch Trail that I've been on. I'm interested in seeing where this crossover is, because I can't see it. I can't see it. Not yet. Okay, so apparently this is the crossover. I expected as much. You have to do a stream crossing. It looks like a short one, at least in the running water part. But there is a trail over there, and that would be Rugged Trail. I am not attempting that today. I don't have my trekking poles. Ow. And I'm just not into that. I'm already worried about getting poisoned. But yeah, that would be the crossover there. I figured as much. I couldn't imagine a piece of land just suddenly popping up across the stream here. So I'm gonna head back, and maybe I'll see a few cool things that I missed on the way in. Back out to my car. My car's parked over there, and I walked across the road because we're right at a bridge, and I wanted to see where those kids earlier had gotten down, and it was okay. It wasn't anything special down there, but look, you can see the other side of the bridge anyway. There's a little path I see that you can get down on. But this is just such a pretty creek. I mean, it was cascade after cascade, beautiful woods. Again, sometimes you start out thinking you're going to do one trail or go one way, and you wind up doing another, and you find some really cool stuff. Okay, hard to get a good angle here. For some reason, the sun's coming in over here. But that was a neat little trail. I mean, I started out wanting to do the Rattling Creek Trail. Sorry, I kept calling it the Rattle Creek or Rattlesnake Creek, but it was the Rattling Creek Trail on AllTrails. But because of the parking thing across the street where it says you can't park there, I wound up parking down the road a little bit, trying to go on the trail to get to Rattling Creek that way. Then I came back up to this spot, which is right across the road from where AllTrails is saying you should park. And to go on Rattling Creek Trail, you would, I imagine, walk across and just go back up that road that you can't park on. But I found this to be an absolutely beautiful alternative. And, you know, I'm so glad I got here today, because that was just really nice. So I hope you're all enjoying your week, and I will see you next time. Namaste.